tune. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, McCrackenatMidnight. Wait, hang on.
No, fuck this shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, McCrackenatMidnight. With Brian the Bassturd, you're watching the show. Hey everybody, welcome to McCrackenatMidnight with Brian the Bassturd. Episode a million bajillion. Hey everybody, how's it going?
It's going good, Sam. For me.
Hey Brian, how's it going? I haven't seen you all day, man.
For the people watching, they're watching our show now. So
Yeah,
moving
a little bit.
goddamn
You're too
good.
far away from me.
Fingers are making weird noises.
Do you mean they're cracking?
Yeah, but like in ways that they don't usually. They're like out.
I don't know what that
in
means.
different directions. I don't know what it means either.
I'm
sleepy. I've been trying to get myself back on a better sleep schedule.
To be fair, you're always sleepy.
I'm sleepier than usual. My girlfriend.
What's her name?
Jordan
Catherine?
Tower.
Oh, Jordan. Right, Jordan.
Yes, my girlfriend, Catherine Manhart.
What?
Does
she have a man's heart?
It's a different story. But anyway, my girlfriend has been trying to get me to test for narcolepsy because she believes I'm narcoleptic. I didn't believe her. I thought I was just lazy.
Look how much taller.
But I've been reading the past couple nights, and I think there might be something to it.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm regular sleepy,
you
not neurological condition sleepy.
You were mentioning to me earlier that you were thinking about doing testing for this, like going in for testing up possibly.
I think that's what it would entail.
I'm thinking that we should do it ourselves. And we were also talking about getting getting the
diodes,
the neural contacts.
And attaching them in my head, but just putting them into like a TV and seeing what happens.
We're just going to plug them into the component jack.
Put them into put them into an amp and see what my brain sounds like if it were a guitar.
Well, but I was thinking that we'll perform a sleep study on you for other types of narcolepsy. So we'll like make you balance really heavy things over your head and see how long it takes you to fall asleep, and if that possibly affects the stress of having heavy things over your head.
Yeah, this is all relevant.
Or we'll like. What else would make you fall asleep? We'll like feed you like buckets of ice cream and see what happens.
Probably
because narcoleptics, of course.
You got to know your trigger. So we literally need to do everything in the world to me to see what makes you fall asleep.
We're gonna cover you in granite rocks, but like pebbles, so it's not like heavy because pebbles are really light.
If it's it's granite.
It's granite, and if you're covered in 1,000,000 pounds of pebbles, it's lighter than 1,000,000 pounds of boulders.
Definitely.
Of course. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody.
We actually have something special.
What?
On the show tonight.
What the hell? Oh.
Sam's surprise party during the show. Oh yeah.
Hey, Care.
Because as of 3 minutes ago, Sam is 22.
And so Sam has a cake that says Sam on it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Donnie got in.
No, that's okay. He's here for my birthday party.
So we have a birthday party for you. I had candles, but they started to melt while I was waiting outside the door.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It said Sam.
I was wondering why the door opened. I was like, that's creepy.
I knocked so that Brian could look.
Yeah, Sam was talking about stupid shit coming out of my brain.
I'm sorry. There's so much stupid shit comes out of your brain. I can't help but talk about it.
Are we gonna like sing or something?
No, you're absolutely.
We're absolutely not gonna sing.
Absolutely not gonna sing.
But
we already sang a little bit.
We are gonna eat this cake, and I am going to give Sam his birthday presents.
Oh my god!
From me.
I don't like doing this on the show. Hey,
okay, I'm gonna. Okay, look.
Oh, it's chili.
It's an ice cream cake.
It's very nice. It's literally just ice cream, isn't it?
No, there's an Oreo crust on the bottom.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna eat the crap out of this.
I'm gonna get you spoons after Brian does this thing.
Yeah, well, first I'm gonna give you mine because it's shittier and it's not wrapped or anything.
I didn't bring mine. Well, I have mine upstairs. Do you want me to grab that? Should I give those to her on the show?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, I'll be right
back. Those are elixir strings.
Oh, cool!
Designed for longevity because you've been complaining about your guitar strings and they keep
awesome.
Breaking. And just so you didn't know, I'm pretty sure that this guitar actually has brand new elixir strings on it.
Oh, so does it really?
If you want to try them out, you can see what they're like. They're really, really nice.
Ooh.
And that's brand new. That's before they've even been broken in. So. And they're rust resistant and they last a really long time. And
these are nice. Thanks, Brian. That's awesome.
fucking A.
Oh, sweet. I mean, also, I get this guitar, obviously.
Yeah,
for my
that's the other
birthday.
thing. And then Jordan, I think she said that it was wrapped inside of this, but I don't remember. So you're gonna have to open up the flat rate mailing box.
Thanks, Jordan. I know you're watching right now. I'm designed for longevity, too. Oh, my.
That's hot.
It is hot. I don't. My birthday on the show. I was not expecting. This
Hey, we ate an entire ice cream cake on my show, and now
That's true.
we're about to do it again. What the hell is this though? That's not. Oh wait, maybe that is just ice cream.
Oh, zebra. I hope it's a zebra.
It's actually an entire zebra just folded up.
Jordan would be the one to do that.
Oh, it's a needlepoint thing. Yeah! Awesome! Oh, man. That's so sweet. Thanks, Jordan. Oh, man, I'm going to hang that on my wall so good. I'm going to put it on my door.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
true
everyone, it
story.
says Adventure Time. And it's a, what do you call this? Is it a needlepoint?
It's a needlepoint.
It's awesome. Oh, man, sweet. Oh, I got so many things. I did not think that this was guitar strings when I first saw it before you handed it to me, just so you know, because it's purple and it says Elixir and it says 3 to 5 on the top. It seems like something else.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, I kind of just glanced at that and was like, oh, that's, yep.
No.
Okay. I present two things. First, a fork, so you can eat some ice cream cake.
Oh,
There were no clean spoons.
What the fuck is wrong with that fork? Wait, after you take that bite, show what that shit looks like. What the hell is that fork's problem?
It's...
I don't know, it's like a normal fork.
That thing's a reject.
Oh, I got it. Oreo Crush is really good. Wait, did you
Right?
bring Brian a fork too? Or is it just me?
I could only find one
What
clean
the hell?
utensil upstairs.
Just give me a dirty one. I don't care.
I don't even know where to find those. I just opened a drawer.
Make
and
Mark
it's
do
gone. Okay, well, I'll do that after I go upstairs
Okay.
again. But this is for you, and I want and I want you to open up and look at the first week, the second week.
Awesome!
And
What the hell? Creepy.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, man. This is an antiques map calendar of which I'm so freaking happy to have.
I know.
Oh, man. Best birthday ever already. Look at that Europe. It's all messed up. Look how big Norway and Sweden are.
They're not that big.
I know.
And Scotland's not that little.
Yeah.
They're being assholes.
They're all lying.
No birthday. That's no birthday for it. What is a birthday for HughStreamer970653? What would that be? What is Iaponia?
Japonia.
Oh.
That's
That makes more sense. Okay. Should have
It,
looked at the map.
it still doesn't make any sense. Show them what they thought Japan was.
Look, this is not what Japan looks like. We know now from satellite imagery that is not Japan. That is just not.
In
That's just
fact,
not
we
Japan.
knew way before satellite imagery that was not Japan.
I really hope so.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool! It's got like the months in all bunch of different and the days in different language. Oh, look, you put your birthday in here too.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
Put all
'cause
kinds of stuff.
I would
You're
not
planning
have-
his fucking life out for
Monsters
us.
University released
Um,
Harry Potter's birthday. Oh, Kara, well done. Oh, look, you put Brian's birthday in here.
Oh, score!
Look, Bilbo and Frodo's birthday.
Bilbo's older, right?
Yeah.
yeah, but they have
Yeah.
the same birthday. It's also
Oh wait, so
Valentine's.
why was I thinking Frodo and Sam?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they were.
Is that actually for his? Did you like contact the MSPCA? Is that
No,
actually for his birthday?
I looked on your Facebook about what day you guys got Freya.
Awesome.
So you now have Freya's birthday.
Oh, Thor: Dark of the World.
I just kind of went through all the movies I thought you would like that are coming out next year.
Awesome.
If any of them get moved, you're totally fucked, though.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, shoot, Jordan's birthday.
Yeah, it's really, really gonna happen right now.
Oh, crap. That's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you had to get some stuff for her because she got you a sick
I
needlepoint.
know, she got me a sick needlepoint. Wow, you must have made the dorkiest present ever even dorky by putting loader. What's loader? I don't know what loader is. Thanks, Care. You're
No
the best.
problem, Sam.
Oh, man.
So that was my birthday to you.
That's great. I love it all.
Do you
Are
want?
gonna go that way now?
Do you want a fork?
Yeah, give me a fork. What the hell?
Okay, let's have. Thanks, Care.
All right, now it's time to actually start the show.
Okay.
10 minutes in.
We got a lot of awesome stuff to talk about.
A lot
today.
of awesome
we have,
stuff. And here's the weird thing. Usually when we like a lot of awesome stuff, it means like some awesome stuff and some disturbing shit that horrible people have been doing elsewhere in the world.
Yeah.
But the election's over,
Uh-huh.
so we actually only have great news tonight. The worst news that we actually have is that they have already decided to make J.K. Rowling's new book into a BBC series.
Which isn't a total bad thing because it's on the BBC.
Yeah,
so
and,
like
and that's what I'm saying. It's not even bad news, and that's the worst we can give you.
Yeah, so what's her book called? The Casual Vacancy. It was just released a couple of months ago. It's getting, as far as I can tell, I haven't really looked that much into it, but it's getting okay reviews. It's a book for adults, or young adults to adults, so not just for children. And but they are turning it. They're already turning it into. Thanks. Oh, your hand's all wet. Splash me in the face. I know. I'm not. It was just funny. Anyway, they're turning it into a drama for BBC. So that's going to be very interesting. In other British news, really fantastic news, the Duchess of Cambridge, the lovely Kate Middleton, is super pregnant right now, which is awesome, with a baby. Not like pregnant with silence or pregnant with, I don't know, loans or something like that. No, pregnant with a child. So this is really exciting for a lot of reasons. First of all, she is gorgeous, and for her to have offspring is only bettering the entire world. That alone right there. It's like if she had not married the prince and had a baby, we'd still all know about it, just because it's like she's having a baby and she's gorgeous. Second of all, recently, the Duke, he is a Duke. Oh, right, sorry, Duke, not Prince. Anyway,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't, I don't really care.
Don't worry about it.
But the other cool thing about this is that I actually just learned this just now when I was kind of reading about this. Recently, the leaders of England kind of reformed the secession process. What do you call it?
Oh, this is Scotland, right? Is that what we're talking about?
No. We're still talking about the baby. They reformed the what's it freaking called? The secession. Yeah, secession. The secession process. So the way the law used to be was that if a daughter was born as the first child, she would be in the line of
cast
succession.
Into a volcano.
No, she would be in the line of succession.
Oh,
but then if a son was born after her, she would be disregarded, and the son would be next in the line to the throne. But they changed it so that any female offspring born is now in line for the throne. Like, even if a son is born afterwards. So basically, now this baby, male or female, is third in line for the throne after Charles and William. Those are their names, right? No, Harry and Charles. No, William and Harry. God darn it.
It doesn't matter. Those two other fucking guys.
Yeah.
We want Kate Middleton's baby to be in charge.
William and...
I do.
William and Harry. Yeah, William and Harry. I was right. William and Harry.
Am I speaking for you when I say I want this baby by age 6 to have offed both of them and the Queen?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
Shit?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I want that.
That's the idea.
Personally,
not hiring people.
Yeah.
I want to strangle Prince Charles with his little baby hand.
Or her little baby hand. I would love a new queen. I'd love another queen. Kings are lame. Kings are like stuffy and old and like have like hairy butts and stuff like
Queens
that.
are classy.
Queens are classy
and adorable.
And yeah.
And badass.
Yeah. So that's happening. So that's really, really cool. Let's keep moving outwards. So let's just keep going in order.
Yeah. Further away than England is outer space, and we're gonna go into our Brian and Sam in space segment. Sub-segment to the news.
Brian and Sam go to space. Brian and Sam in space.
Now, I just would like to reiterate, in case you haven't been watching much, that or paying attention to the world much, that NASA was holding out all this weird stuff until after the election. Because that's a bunch of shit that NASA don't want. Sorry. But now they're like exploding, and space is just all over the place. So
space is everywhere.
Space is everywhere, and the NASA's like, whoa, where did all this shit come from? All at once. So first of all, quick update on the earth-shaking new news from Mars that they're still analyzing and haven't actually fully announced yet. Basically, another scientist who wasn't the scientist who was freaking out at the beginning came in and was like, guys, like, relax.
It's not as earth-shaking. The quote was, earth-shaking. Now NASA officials have come forward and said, like it's not earth-shaking, it's just kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really not that big a deal. It's still neat, but, like, chill.
This is going to kill me.
You don't have to eat all of it.
I
do.
I'll finish
Eat all of it. It's my birthday.
Anyway,
yeah.
The actual something more like actual.
Well, hang on.
What are we
Still on Mars.
Okay. Stand on Mars for a minute.
When they had a press conference about the next thing we were going to talk about a couple days ago, but on Mars, one of the things that they did announce about Mars is that they have not found organic molecules. So organic molecules doesn't just mean living matter; it means basically molecules with carbon in them, because carbon is the basis of life, at least on Earth. So that's anyway. Go on. Okay, go ahead.
So whatever it is, it's not aliens.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What they did find though on Mercury, of all friggin' places, was water.
Water on Mercury.
Water on Mercury, probably frozen. I'm guessing, right? Because that shit's cold. And
it's cold, but it's also very hot. That's the weird thing.
Well, that is actually impossible. So explain.
Well, okay. So Mercury is very close to the sun. It's the first planet. And it's...
I'm confused. Wait, sorry, Mercury's hot. Yeah.
Well,
never mind.
No, you're also right, because the period of a day on Mercury is much faster than it is on the Earth, because it's a smaller planet, it's closer to the sun, it's just rotating faster. So on the hot side, it's really freaking hot, but on the dark side, it's really, really cold.
So where's the water?
The water is at the poles.
So it's...
It doesn't. Don't worry about that. It's just strange that it's on Mercury because it is so close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And up until now, they've thought that Mercury was just a baked rock.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a barren, hot, just dusty ball.
Just a dump, basically.
Suck. So they've found water on Mercury. And besides finding water on Mercury, they claim that they have found organic molecules, like they haven't on Mars, on Mercury, which basically means carbon.
Potential alien makings.
Alien makings, exactly. But what it really means...
Alien
besides it just being like the potential for life, which it will never become life on Mercury. I don't see... Even with my limited knowledge of the way it all works, I don't see life developing on Mercury. But what it really means is that water and organic molecules can be found in more places than we thought. Yeah. So basically what this means is now we can not assume, but almost not expect, I don't know what the word is, but not immediately rule out nearly, what we expect to be barren worlds from having water or organic molecules.
And the other cool thing about this is that you're always hearing people talking about space and be like, just do the math. Like if there's, this many stars in the galaxy, and each one has a solar system, and some of those solar systems are bigger than ours, then, there's that many planets, and how hard could it be for there to be one like Earth?
Yeah.
And the thing is, first of all, what they're finding is it doesn't necessarily need to be like Earth, like you just said. And, we've now found water and life-producing, potentially life-supporting chemicals and what have you on, 3 planets, counting our own, 3 in the solar system, because there's
ours, Mercury now, and
Io,
Europa has
there's
water.
Frozen water on Mars, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So it's not even. We're realizing more and more that a planet with something that we kind of could be like our planet and sort of isn't even that big a friggin' deal.
Yeah.
We're finding them in our own... We don't even have to go other places. We're getting closer and closer in our own solar system. And I think from watching how the universe works, I'm looking like Io is kind of...
Io...
it's basically one giant ocean with the ice cap and a liquid ocean under it, and it's a fairly nutritious ocean.
Yeah, Io and Europa Europa is the one that has more water than Earth. Europa
is that the
one
one I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
that has the geysers.
I can't remember which one has the geysers.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
But I think Europa or Io does too. And then Titan is another really popular one just because it's so freaking huge.
Just because Titan, I mean, it's nothing really like what we're having to talk about, but it's just cool.
It's really big. They're expecting to find, I think, water and carbon molecules on Titan.
And massive Amazon women.
Yeah, and massive Amazon women. With
if there's
this
anything,
snoo, gonna snoo all night.
If there's anything that I've learned from watching sci-fi movies, it's that the names that human beings give planets determine what ends up being on them. So we can only assume there's giant people on Titan.
So a lot of cool space stuff. All this is it's just really cool. And then going even further out, beyond our galaxy and into another galaxy, we're now going to talk a little bit about Star Wars.
Beyond our galaxy and into a galaxy far, far away.
Into the past, basically, but a little bit into the future from that past.
We're going to go straight into our other new news subsection, Star Wars Watch.
Star Wars Watch! There should be like a lightsaber that goes. It says Star Wars Watch.
I know we've been telling you we're gonna make graphics for all this shit for like a year.
It'll happen eventually.
There's things.
So there's a short list. Basically, I read stuff about the directors today. More rumors about directors for the new Star Wars movies today. But it made me want to
rumors.
But it made me want to just kind of talk about where Star Wars might go because it made me think a little bit. So anyway, there is probably a short list of there's definitely a short list of directors, and probably on that short list, and there are 3 contenders that look like they're more likely to direct, or possibly just favorites. But basically, these 3 people are Matthew Vaughn, who most recently directed X-Men First Class, which was awesome. Which was a great prequel. Which kind of bodes well for Star Wars, I think, being able to pick up on story already established.
They really want someone who's done well with prequels in the past.
Yeah, to make a sequel. They're doing it all backwards. And then also he's dropped out of directing the sequel to X-Men First Class, which means he's possibly open to directing something. Then we have Jon Favreau, who's a cool dude who directed Elf, which is the best Christmas movie of all time. Also Iron Man, but mostly Elf. Can you imagine Elf in Star Wars? No, but seriously, Iron Man...
Can you imagine Will Ferrell as Mark Hamill's son in the new Star Wars?
Yes. Yes, I can. No, he'd be Darth Vader. Anyway, Iron Man. Iron Man 1 and 2, Iron Man 2 wasn't as good, but it was still a really good action movie.
The first Iron Man was awesome.
So he's got the whole big action thing. He's got sort of Jon Favreau is a huge nerd and will especially have the commitment and loyalty to Star Wars to make something good out of it and not totally bullshit it.
And so we look like we're going in this direction of these comic book type action movie directors, which is cool. What the hell are you gonna do for Star Wars? Get what's his name there who directed what was it? The Social Network.
Oh, and then the last one on the list.
Yeah, but no, that's what they did. Sorry, what? Go.
Oh, the last perhaps person on the list is David Fincher, who directed a whole bunch of stuff, including The Social Network and
great movie, right?
Yeah, awesome movie. Did that and Benjamin Button, and
but why for Star Wars? That doesn't.
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know. But anyway, he's another third sort of main contender. That was weird. Anyway, so these 3 guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go into sugar shock and I'm gonna die on the show.
These 3 guys, there's absolutely no confirmation that they're thinking about it, or that they're even in the running, or that they've even asked.
Jon Favreau is apparently gunning for the job. He wants the job.
Okay.
Which isn't a shocker. And Jon Favreau's a cool guy. If he got it, I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I have to see how it played out, but I think I'd be okay with that. But what I wanted to talk about, where all this is leading, is we said this when we first heard the news. It's they're doing new Star Wars. Disney owns it. We're super excited about it because they have the money. They have they have the money to make a really good production. They have the money to buy good writers and directors that will stay true to Star Wars.
They have the business knowledge to not fuck up Star Wars
exactly
and infuriate people.
But yeah,
they basically have the business know-how to learn from Lucasfilm's mistakes.
Exactly. But now it's going past that because it's so that the hype of more Star Wars has calmed down a little bit, and now that we're actually looking in depth into who's going to do this, I'm thinking we're really going to have to see how it plays out because I'm really excited for the movies, and I'm excited no matter what. But there is the potential that the first movie could totally suck. There's always that sort of fear. There's always going to be that fear that it's just going to be totally terrible. Just like, when the new X-Men was coming, when X-Men First Class was coming out. It's okay, the last X-Men movie really sucked. They've got new writers and directors and everything, but what if it's just really bad? Or, all of Harry Potter, when The Hobbit's going to come out, the Batman movies, after every single movie, it was okay, but what if the next one totally sucked? So, it's kind of
I feel like Harry Potter kind of worked the other direction.
It did, but it was still kind of just what if it sucks? You know what I mean? But so we're gonna have to see how it plays out. So if the first one sucks, more likely than not.
Make sure nothing's fucked up.
Oh.
We don't have a monitor tonight because I left my computer at school.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything? I
What?
can't read that from here.
What? Oh, well, yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, Tyler Perry is in the running.
Yeah, Tyler Perry, Medea in space. Medea on the Death Star. Yeah, David Fincher worked for ILM. He was on ILM for Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah, he did something at ILM
Lots of people
for Return of the Jedi.
Worked for ILM.
True, but apparently that's kind of where he got his start. Yeah, Thrawn. The story is something completely different because they have tons of source material to work with the extended universe, and what people are hoping for, and what in canon already comes immediately after Return of the Jedi is the Thrawn trilogy, which we've talked about on the show. I mentioned on the show before, the Thrawn trilogy, where this Admiral Thrawn, who is sort of the Emperor's right hand, comes back
literally
and tries to
takes Darth Vader's right hand, if I remember correctly. Or is that a different trilogy? What was the one with the glove? Moff. No, who gives a fuck? Don't worry.
Anyway, Thrawn tries to reestablish the Empire, and people are going to war with him, and Mara Jade is there, and it's Jedi's, Jar Samoth, and stuff like that. But that's probably not going to happen. So the story, completely aside, I'm trying to not even think about the story because it's going to be what it's going to be. I have no control over that, and I just want to see what they're going to make.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of if they get the right people to write and direct
the story is the last thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome no matter. Even though the front three movies sucked, at least the story, even though in the movie it was really bad, the canon, the mythology that they built as a prequel was intriguing. It was interesting. It was a good story. So the story is not what I'm worried about, but it is, and it's not really worried about how these movies are going to be. It's just I'm starting to, come back to reality and realize that maybe this first movie, it's going to be a test. There's going to be lots of testing trials. There's going to be trials, but where this also goes is that the fact that Disney is making them, and Disney just wants to make more and more money, and the more movies they make, they can make more toys and sell more toys and make more video games. If the first one sucks, and then the second one also sucks, and then the third one's really awesome, they'll probably make a fourth one, and a fifth one, and a sixth one, and a seventh one, and an eighth one. And Star Wars could go on forever, because it's Disney. And why wouldn't they do that?
Because it's Star Wars.
And because it's Star Wars. So, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I do hope that Jar Jar Binks comes back. We never actually found out what happened to Jar Jar Binks.
He joined the Senate, didn't he?
Well, he joined the Senate, but then what happened?
Then probably got ousted from the Senate because they were like, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
Well,
and got thrown out on his ass.
The Senate still existed.
Friggin' drunk on the streets of Coruscant and drunk himself to death and died sad and lonely in a gutter, and fuck him. That's what happened to Jar Jar Binks.
Wow. Wow. I just meant after the whole Reformation, after the Empire took over, what happened to him?
They executed him.
They might have, because they were fuck Naboo. It's a terrible world that spawns, independent thinkers. So
Yeah, he tried to join the rebellion. He was actually gonna sign the what do you call it? The document, the secession document. What was it called?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
He was gonna sign the secession with Mon Mothma and Bail Organa and all those cats.
Scar Beliblis,
and he was gonna do that, but on the way there, they caught him, and they were like, "Fuck no, rebellion!
Get out of here!"
And stormtroopers stomped his throat in, and he suffocated. God damn.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they realized it was his fault because he gave ultimate power to the Chancellor and made him Emperor. That was Jar Jar that put that to a vote.
Yeah, no, let's say that he
that was Jar Jar that put that to a vote.
He betrayed them.
He did!
And then,
unknowingly, because he's an idiot, but...
And then, knowingly, he deliberately betrayed the rebels and sold them out, and then he died anyway.
Yeah, well, yes. Anyway, that's what's going on. Phil, give me a call. We gotta move. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. My birthday took up way too much time. My birthday's over now, Brian.
My birthday has started all night.
So we're gonna have Phil Mitchell on the show now. Phil Mitchell is our in-depth sports analyst.
And as soon as he calls.
As soon as he...
There
Hang
he
on
is.
a second. Hang on. Hey, Phil, how's it going?
Hey, what's happening?
What's... nothing. We're doing a show. Are you watching?
Yes, I am watching.
Awesome.
Y'all can hear that guy?
Yeah, I'm holding it next to the microphone.
Yeah, okay.
So, Phil, what are you going to tell us about tonight?
I don't know. Thought we'd maybe do some
Cool.
sporting events, maybe.
Yes, Phil's our new
You guys
sports
want to
analyst.
talk some baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, in terms of Red Sox, they got Mike Napoli today. They signed that contract. I don't know if
really?
you heard
Awesome.
Where's he
Yeah.
coming from again? I actually know him.
Mercury.
that. What was that? I'm sorry.
Remind me where he comes from. I actually know him.
I want to say the Dodgers, maybe? No, Texas Rangers.
Yeah, that sounds more right.
Yeah, and I'm not so concerned with that. I mean, I think that's good, but I think what they need to focus on is the whole management of that team. I think they go about everything completely backwards from the way the communication flows there, and I think that's going to be the biggest concern coming out this season. So I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Well, do you know a lot about the new manager?
Just say that one more time. It was a little choppy.
The new manager. Do you know anything about him? His name, for example, because I don't.
John Farrell.
Is he a good guy?
He comes from the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays, and he was a pitching coach for the Red Sox. And apparently he's supposed to be pretty good.
Well, Blue Jays...
But again, I don't think that's the biggest issue. I think the biggest issue is that from the top down, the communication is horrible. And I think the way that they go about dealing with any kind of information flow is just really, really stupid.
Yeah, interesting.
Well,
So,
isn't the manager a gigantic part of that?
Not so much. I think it's the way that Larry Lucchino deals with the way, he just can't answer anything truthfully. It goes through this, BS filter, so, everything's fine.
Do you think that's because he's rich, or is it a different reason?
Say that one more time?
Do you think that is because he is rich, or is that a different reason?
No, I just think they're trying. I saw this analogy the other day, and I think that it's kind of like, that old, the amusement park you grew up with in your hometown, everyone has one, and it's really cool when you're young, and it's fun, but as you get older, it seems to go downhill, and it looks like crap, and that's kind of what the Red Sox are right now.
yes,
Yeah.
So
very true.
they're just resting on their laurels, and they're like, hey, Ted Williams, hey, Good time.
And even their more recent successes, I know, and I actually want to ask you what you think about extending Pedroia's contract.
Can you
Oh, there goes Phil.
Oh, it's probably because we're in the basement.
I don't know if you guys knew this about the Monkey Palace, but there's lead there's basically, this is a cement room sunk in a case of lead, and that's why there's no one here.
Yeah. No service.
No service?
Not no people. You said no one. Don't worry about it.
Whatever. Is that Phil again?
No, I'm calling him.
Okay, we're calling Phil back.
Yes, good point, Ustreamer 500262. The Rebel Alliance and the Red Sox do have similar color schemes.
They do.
And the Yankees and the Imperials, though less similar, are also a little bit similar. In gray and dark.
So, in the upcoming series, is the Rebel Alliance going to be like the Boston Red Sox, kind of like washed up, hailing their glory days, destroying the Death Star, but kind of just past their prime and just not doing really anything for the universe anymore?
I mean, it really could be. They're all stuck in their diplomatic proceedings, sucking at communicating with each other, and, failing at, founding a similar and just as good galactic senate as they did in the pre-imperial age.
Yeah. I think,
I think we've lost Phil. Phil, I'm very sorry that we couldn't... Oh, wait, here he is again. Phil, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
I'm sorry. If we lose you again, call back, but it's just because we're in the basement. We got to work on this more.
Yeah.
I was asking about re-signing Dustin Pedroia. Yeah, I am.
Nope.
There he goes. Fuck it.
All right.
They re-signed Dustin Pedroia, which is weird because his contract wasn't up, and they already had him for another 2 years, and they were like, "Well, fuck it. You want to there was in no danger of losing him or anything," and they were like, "You want to put another extra 3 years on the end of that for no reason." And people are upset about this because they think it's going to make him not play as hard or whatever.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And he's getting old. But the thing is, I think I think that Dustin Pedroia is very important to the team, and he's actually, I think, one of the people, because they've had a lot of problems with motivation.
Yeah.
They gave him a raise too, because that's just what they do with contracts. But he's actually one of the only people who I think has stayed, on with the team and really loyal to it and plays his hardest regardless.
Well, yeah, and you know what? There was a lot of sort of speculation about what was going on, in the clubhouse with the team after Veritek left the team, because Veritek was as the captain, and just as Jason Veritek was the driving force of that team. He motivated all the players to play as good as they could. And after he left, we saw a very obvious decline in their sort of, morale and motivation for playing. And one of the things that a lot of people were saying, was why isn't Dustin Pedroia stepping up to do this? He's kind of a quiet guy, and he's not really the motivator type, and they don't have another person to do that. So maybe this is something hey man, we're going to give you some more money, we're going to sign you so that you're solid for 3 more years if you kind of step up and take charge of this team. Yeah. Because, yes, there's managers, and there's general managers, and there's owners and everything.
He did also lead, see what gives me all the respect is that he led the coup d'etat against Bobby Valentine.
Yeah.
That happened, which was my favorite thing in baseball ever, pretty much. That was awesome.
Yeah. So, hey, just thanks, Phil, for being on the show. We'll figure this out again later so that we can talk about more than just the Red Sox, because there's football, and there's more football, and there's basketball, and there's curling, and there's cricket, and there's...
Patriots are doing good.
Australian
End of the discussion.
rules.
Patriots are doing pretty good this season. And that's all I ever need to say about football, and I don't know anything about any other sports, including what they're called. So we're moving on to real games, which are called video games.
Video games, games with a Z. We got
real sports.
Tons of video game
you play
stuff
while
tonight.
you sit and you're not driving.
We have a surprising amount of game stuff tonight. We're going to start with a video. It's going to be crazy. We're going to let's talk about it first.
It's something that someone is making completely independent of Game Freak, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's some dude just up and did this
We're
out of the goodness of his own heart.
You know, yeah, we'll show it. It's only a minute and a half.
It's
this clip.
It's Pokemon, but just look at it.
Just watch. Hang on, my mouse
It's a
has
Pokemon,
stopped working
homemade
because
Pokemon
my computer's too cold.
Look what your ice cream did, Care.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. Enjoy. Whoa!
What?
Right. So basically, what that is if you didn't see, that was Cherry Grove City. Is it City? Cherry Grove City? Yeah, Cherry Grove City. It's Pokemon Silver and Gold ported to Windows. A guy is building a version in Windows that's Gold and Silver in 3D
In first person.
as a first-person game.
I have been waiting for this to happen since I was
-1.
9. Since before I was born, pretty much. No, since I was like 9 or 10 years old. This has been like I fall asleep at night and I'm like, the world is falling down around me and my life sucks and there's like, the only thing that keeps me from just like eating a bottle of sleeping pills is like, maybe someday there'll be a first-person version of Pokemon.
Yeah, and now there is. And no, it's absolutely real, non-believers. You
Get
can
bent.
go... I'll post it on Facebook after the show. You can go to the website, and if you're on a Windows computer, you can download this dev version and play basically what you just saw there. So right now, you saw from the video, it does kind of suck right now. I mean, it's really, really cool and looks awesome.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like, it needs some work.
I mean, yeah, this dude's basically doing it alone, right?
I mean, I'm sure he's got somebody helping him. But yeah, basically this dude's doing it alone. And it needs some work. And it's not like, you know, the perfect first-person, like, you know, Skyrim modded Pokemon that, you know, we're all hoping for.
Yeah, no, it looks kind of like, well, it actually looks a little bit like Minecraft, which excites me.
I mean, it looks like a 16-bit game. But it's really cool. You know, the battling could use some work and stuff like that. And, you know, now that it's not from above, now it's not like, you know, a third-person game, it could use some fleshing out in terms of environment. But the potential of it is awesome. And just the fact that you can now walk around this world is really, really cool. I can't wait to see what, like, the inside of the caves look like and stuff like that.
Or the power plant.
Or the power plant,
or
yeah.
the woods. Holy balls.
Elix Forest is what it... Mirkwood?
What the hell is it called? Where you catch Weedle. I don't know. What's it called?
I don't know, but in
the forest from red, blue, green.
In Gold and Silver, it's the Elix Forest. in this game. It's the
Why the hell
Elder
can't I
Scrolls.
remember the name of it? I'm losing my mind.
I'm sorry. Anyway, so that's really cool. Pokemon. Viridian Forest.
Viridian. There you go.
On the way to Viridian City. Punch in. Anyway, very cool. Pokemon stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about shit getting modded. Actually, that's kind of everything we're talking about today.
It is. This one is going to be shorter, just because it's less popular.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Well, to the viewers.
Have you whatever, Skyrim. Y'all play Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls, one of the best game series of all time. Actually, the other thing that I was waiting for my entire life was a fantasy world where you could, like, steal shit and hide it in bushes. Like, that's all I wanted. Was, like, a game where you could go... See, this is why I love really immersive games. Not so I can get into, like, a world and be like a dragon slayer. I want to throw cups at walls and stuff. That's, like, all I want to do.
Yeah.
So, basically, there's... and Elder Scrolls is the first game that really satisfied that part of me. And they're making a mod of Skyrim, the latest Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, Skyrim is a really good game already. Like, I mean, it's
awesome.
It's an awesome game, and it's not perfect, of course, but for what it is and the hole that it's filling, it's a really good fit.
Yeah. Essentially the best of its kind.
Yeah.
It would be hard to argue otherwise.
But there are a lot of problems with it. It's buggy. It's kind of easy. Honestly, the gameplay takes a while, but it's like leveling up is really easy. There's things that you wish you could do that you should be able to do that you can't and stuff like that. Anyway, only God can judge Fitzy. Basically there's a mod that has come out for Skyrim that just makes the game
it's just
so much better.
It's just the Skyrim is better mod.
There's
all kinds of mods. There's new weapons and naked boobies and trains from the sky.
Dropping trains from the sky.
And cars.
Yeah.
Horses with
tons of stuff.
2 butts. That one probably hasn't been made yet, but we'll see.
Anyway, basically, this mod, besides, introducing new spells and enchantments and items and stuff like that. All the usual mod stuff. It also, like, improves on the gameplay a lot better. So it, like... one of the big things about it is the entire world is now not leveled according to your level. If you go to this place when you're level 1 and it's a level 50 place, you'll die. Like, it's not like the lower you are, the easier the world is. It's all now harder or easier depending on where you are. So you could be a really high level and go into, go try and get the golden claw because for some reason you haven't done that yet. And, like... when you're level 50, and it's like really, really easy for you.
Yeah, see, and this is my number one problem with not even Elder Scrolls up until this point, with Oblivion and Skyrim.
Yeah.
Morrowind was like not that way. Morrowind, everything was static.
Yeah.
And it was so much better because you'd get your ass kicked by like samurais and like if you like weren't up to it,
So yeah, that a lot of the NPCs are so much better. You can pick up and use a lot of items that you could pick up before, but you weren't able to use. You could just like have like clothes that you were never able to wear. Like what's the point
and
of
that means more options for doing stupid shit, like I was just explaining. Like I hope they integrated the mod where you could pick up buckets and hit people with them.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Like,
the pitchfork is weapon mod.
I'm sure you can. Like honestly, I'm sure you can. Weapon improvement. There's tons of weapon improvements. You have to learn how to block now, or else you'll die. Like actual fighting is a lot better. Armor is much more important rather than just a shield. But like heavy armor versus light armor. Like you'll actually be slower, and like people take longer to kill if they're wearing better armor and stuff like that.
One of the big things that people were upset with long term was that you couldn't take the executioner's clothes who tries to kill you at the beginning of the game. You couldn't strip him naked and wear his hood around.
Yeah.
You can now. Executioner hood. And if you combine this with the better body mod, I realize you could be walking around just a black executioner's hood and your dick hanging out.
Yeah.
And a sword. And that's how I'm going to go through my next playthrough of Skyrim.
Yeah, basically. But dragons are a lot better. Race characteristics are like much more fleshed out and good. Spells are much better, new spells and stuff like that.
There's spells to like make people like hate themselves.
Yeah, like there are spells. I don't remember what it's called, but there's a spell, basically 3 levels of one spell where, like, on the first one they'll commit suicide. No, on the first one you can kill them silently if they're sleeping. On the second one they'll commit suicide, and casting the third spell makes them have an insane nightmare and like live out their nightmare and then have a heart attack. Awesome. The shouts are much better because, like, you know, Fusrada was like pretty good, but it didn't really seem like you were like, you know, really blowing the world away. Now when you know, shout at people and do unrelenting force, it like blows them apart or something like that. Like, it actually really hurts them.
Like he they said with what's his name? The leader of the Stormcloaks was able to shout at people until their limbs exploded
exactly.
off.
Yeah.
You can do that now. Just make people fall apart.
And not to mention, the thing that I'm most excited about is you can now kill essential NPCs.
Yeah.
Which means you can go up to the Jarl of Windhelm. Windhelm?
Yeah.
Windhelm?
Yeah.
I always get that, and
Winterhold.
Winter, yeah. Yeah, I always get that and Game of Thrones mixed up.
One of the problems with Skyrim, apart from the other Elder Scrolls games, was that the names were very unoriginal.
They sunk up perfectly with Game of Thrones. Like, they came out at the same time. It was just, anyway.
Yeah, it was really obnoxious.
You can kill NPCs now, so you can, like, go to Markarth and go up to, like, the dirty, like, vile Jarl of Markarth after you side with the Stonecloaks and just, like, fucking cut his head off. Which is awesome. Anyway, so that's Skyrim. If you play Skyrim, check this mod out. I'll post it somewhere anyway. Yeah, you can kill the hideous, annoying children now. You can finally
kill the kids?
You can kill that kid that tries to tag you all the time. That stupid girl.
Why is it that no one in the entire nation of Skyrim teaches their kids any fucking manners? They're all goddamn punks. Aside from the one kid who you meet at like the beginning, who just like wants to hang out with his dog and is a nerd.
Yeah, in River Run. And
then the girl who, the dude who's getting picked on by the girl who you have to like save.
Yeah.
Like aside from the two of them, all the kids are little fucks.
Well, also the girl in Markarth is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to
ghosts. I wanted to make. Oh yeah, she's cool.
The vampires. Yeah.
But I wanted to actually make a mod that was like, it would work like a spell, or maybe it would be a shout or something that you would get, that just like a hand comes up like this, and you just smack the kids, and part of the mod would be like, you don't get in trouble for it, so like when they mouth off to you, you just hit them, and then like from then on, they're like,
they shrink away.
Yeah, no, well, they're really respectful to you, and they're just like, hello, sir.
Yeah.
As it is, I think if you punch them, they run away from you from then on.
Yeah.
Like after you get out of prison.
But yeah,
I want to hit kids mod.
This mod is really awesome. Besides all those other things we mentioned, it just fleshes out the gameplay a lot. So like items are much easier to find. Certain dungeons and stuff like that. What do you call them? Caves and things. Once you clear them, they're actually cleared, and you can like move into them if you wanted to, and like use them as homes. Yeah, really awesome stuff. There's more of the. It's much more. It's kind of being called it's called itself a more classic RPG mod. Yeah. Much more like Morrowind or whatever was before that.
Daggerfall.
Yeah. So just much more of that classic sort of immersive RPG playing rather than a game about gameplay, which kind of sucks. All numbers and math and levels. It's much less about that. The last bit of
movie game news.
Video. Oh yeah, there's a video of this. Portal is a really awesome game.
One of the best games of all time.
A year or two ago, someone put out like a Flash version online that was a side-scrolling game that was really good.
It was cool.
And someone took that and put it on the TI-83.
Now, the calculator.
So I remember in 9th and 10th and 11th grade doing nothing but playing Drug Wars and like Block Breaker and that game that was like Space Invaders.
Well, was Drug Wars the one where you were like a criminal and you were just like selling pot?
Yeah,
it was
just a menu game.
Anyway, it was fucking cool.
There were these games, and like after that, like people started to come out with more and more games on TI-83 and stuff like that. But I like found this thing about somebody ported Portal, this side-scrolling Portal onto TA83, and it's awesome. We're gonna show a video for you. But I was looking at the website where you can download it, and there's like tons of awesome games on there. Apparently somebody put like a Call of Duty like kind of game on TI-83.
Minecraft,
like,
I think it could probably handle it.
Fruit Ninja is on the TI-83 now. You can do Fruit Ninja. Like,
how does that even work?
I don't even know. Don't even talk to me. I'm going to show you this video, and then we're going to come back and sing the comments. Check this out. The video goes on a little bit, but that looks awesome.
So good.
That's just like so good. I want to like find my T83 now and pull it out and like just put this game on.
Well, it just makes me wonder what the hell can you mod a TI-83 to do? Could you like program it? Could you hack it to be like a controller?
Well, no, it's not hacking it. That's the thing. You're just writing the program. It's just a program on the TI-83.
So could you write a program and then use your TI-83 as a controller?
No,
you couldn't.
No, there's no output, really.
You could probably build it.
I mean, yeah, there is output. I'm sure someone could do it, but I don't care about that. Because the games are in it. It's like a Game Boy. The games are programmed into it. It's not hacking it at all. That's the best part about the TI-83 calculator. That's the best part about the graphics.
Is the games.
No, it seriously is. Like, I remember when I was like 10 and like my brother was out of high school and he gave me his like crappy old TI-85, which was like older than the TI-83 for some reason. And
backwards.
And
it started with the TI-100.
Yes. And I don't remember how to do it now, but like I remember back then like writing like programs where I'd like it would be like an instant messaging program where I'd like type something and it would spit this phrase back out, and then I'd respond to that and it would spit another phrase back out. Like that's the coolest part.
You made Smarter Child on a TI-83?
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, lots of really cool stuff going on in the world.
They killed Smarter Child off? I tried to talk to him, actually, about a year ago. I was like, hey, are you still there? He was like, nope, I'm dead. He like had some auto response, like, I was executed, but here's a cool website. And he was like, that's all I can say anymore. We've got a lot of good commenters tonight. We want you guys to start saying stuff, and we're going to sing it. Well, yeah. That's not a song. I'm going to start with What About the Children, so you guys don't have much time, so you better start going.
What children?
What About the Children?
Oh, yeah.
What about the children? Can you kill the hideous, annoying children? I had 2 of them and gave them away. Wow, I'm sucking tonight. When I hit them, they didn't respond. Jack Moreno in my left eye, it hurts like a bit. Please help, I need more to drink. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Suck my dick. Where did that chick go? Is she coming back? Please send her back into the depths of hell. Ustreambot need assistance with Ustream. Type help to join the live stream. Help channel, yes please. Don't hurt yourself right into the depths of help. Please. Fucking shit cunt, whatever it says. I want to see her eat ice cream. I think they're talking about you care. Fuck, naked. I love you guys. The people have spoken. I love you guys. I'm just gonna keep singing that shit. This is dark. I'm gonna keep referring to I love you guys because that's my favorite part. Best part ever. This should be the whole show, please. We might do that someday. It would be a bad idea. You're a monster of nothing but this. It would be amazing. You stream 0944. No best idea ever. I am so happy right now. Burn the fuck out of my fighter. It really hurt. I think you meant finger. I'm sorry about that. How'd you do that? Are you cooking? I am having trouble typing this fast with a razor, but let's please do this. I was grilling a steak!
Cut it open.
Hey, Ray. Well, first of all, whoever you are, I hope your finger's okay.
And your eye, because apparently you got a jalapeno stuck in it.
And whoever was asking Kara to eat ice cream naked, come here and say that, because her boyfriend will punch you in the mouth. And if he doesn't, I will. Just not because you said that, but just for fun.
Yeah, just because I like punching in the mouth, man. Anyway, hey, those of you.
And if the blue-haired kid from Berkeley is watching,
like us on Facebook.
Thanks for knowing who we are.
Seriously, and tell your friends.
We should have made an announcement at the beginning of the show that someone in public was like, "You're Brian the Bassturd."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck do you know that for?"
Someone we don't directly know. Someone we have never met before watches the show.
And this show keeps going, and next Monday at midnight we will have another one. And we have cheated the YouTube system to get us more views.
Yes.
And we're making stickers. And we're going to start leaving stuff at the free box in Jamaica Plain. We don't know what. Some kind of material. Maybe handmade videotapes. We've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah. Send
so
me one!
Lots in the future. Watch next week. Like us on Facebook. Do all the stuff. And we love you guys. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
And have a great week.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye.